Welcome back, everybody. It's Joseph here for Zanny62. So, today the NFL released a statement with concerns whether or not they will allow fans in attendance for regularly scheduled games or maybe even the preseason games. And the statement, in part, summarizing it, says they're going to leave it up to the individual teams. Now, this is why I think it's a mistake. When you don't have a uniform plan across the entire NFL, you're allowing for potential risks to take place. Now, what they want their teams, and I guess because it's different states have different rules, that will allow the teams to decide whether or not we'll allow fans to be in attendance. The problem is, of course, they want people in attendance because it's a moneymaker for them. So they're choosing to decide whether or not the health and safety of the NFL fans versus money, right? And we know which one they're going to choose. They're going to choose money every single time. So that's the first mistake by the NFL. Now, the Baltimore Ravens have decided that they're going to allow 14,000 fans into their stadium, which is roughly about 20%. So let's say that the rest of the NFL decides to follow that as a lead or as maybe a protocol that they're going to follow as well. That means each individual team is going to allow 20% of the total capacity of their each individual stadiums and allow fans to attend. So, with respect to the Raiders, what does that mean? You got to take in consideration that the inaugural season for the Raiders is completely sold out, and I believe even the preseason tickets were all sold out. Now, if that same protocol is followed for the new Allegiant Stadium, roughly again, that's 20% of its capacity. Who decides who gets to stay and who gets to go, and what are the preferences for doing that? Now, if you remember 3 weeks ago, I stated they're going to have to refund the season ticket holders. If not, apply the amount they paid for the season and apply it for 2021. But again, our rivals, the Broncos, have decided that they're going to give priority to the prime seats. And this is the other issue. So now you're going to discriminate on who gets to go based on who paid more money. And what about those people that don't have the money? And then it becomes another division within the NFL. Well, we don't have the money. Are you trying to be biased against people that don't have the money to pay for those prime seats? And it's going to splinter off to different areas of division and issues with regards to being prejudicial to certain groups of people who don't pay for those premium seats. So that's the problem. As of now, Raiders haven't decided what they're going to do, but that's something that the NFL should have taken care of a long time ago. And to leave it up to the individual teams, I don't think that's a smart thing to do, at least now during this pandemic. You have to be united in one single stand with this pandemic and not be wishy-washy and like, well, I'll leave it up to them. I'll leave it up to them. Because if you leave it up to the individual teams, everybody's going to have a different philosophy of what to do with regards to that. And the second thing, and the most important thing, is that they want you to sign a waiver. They want you to sign your rights as an individual going into the stadium. That's how much risk there is in going into the stadium. What NFL game has ever said you have to sign your rights away when you enter to watch a game? Now, what is that telling you? They know it's not going to be safe. And they're afraid that it won't be safe, and they want you to sign every rights you have in terms of either a lawsuit or file a claim against that individual team. It's outrageous that you're going to have to do that. Think about the decisions you make before you do them. It's just not worth it. It's not worth getting a potentially deadly virus that you're going to get contracted with that virus and then bring it home and potentially expose your family, and again, potentially causing death. No football team and no game is worth that. There has to be a better solution. And again, one of the things I propose is that why not just move the season further down the months, maybe start the season in October. As you know, there are reports that hopefully, and we keep our fingers crossed, a vaccine potentially will be ready in October. Why not just wait until October? Hopefully the vaccine will be available and we won't have these issues. But in the meantime, the NFL's decision to leave it up to the individual team, I think, is wrong. You have to take a stance. You're the league. You're the league that everybody looks up to. Each team looks up to direction from the NFL executive offices, and to come out with a statement, I think, is irresponsible. Keep it here on Zenny62, and don't forget to like and subscribe.